Hello, everyone. This is Dennis Sullivan, Sports Snippets, Saturday, the 21st of December. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Here to discuss the Miami Heat and their recent defeat of the New York Knicks by a score of 129 to 115. And I tell you, the Heat season just continues on being a very surprising and also very enjoyable one for Heat fans. Not shockingly surprising, but I will admit, to be off to a 21-8 start, I as a fan did not expect that. Please don't forget to like and subscribe below, and go ahead and hit that bell too while you're in the process. All right, let's catch up with the Miami Heat, discuss their latest victory at the hands of the New York Knicks. This was a home game. The Heat continue on their winning ways, and we just seem to win two, sometimes win three, lose one, like that. We haven't put together any 10, 12, 14 game streaks, nothing crazy like that, but we're winning a couple, and then occasionally we lose one. Most recently we had a loss to the Memphis Grizzlies, but that's going to happen. They had it. The Grizzlies have a losing record, but this was a road game. The Heat were caught off guard in my estimation, but then would come back, and now we've got a few nice wins here in a row, including a victory against the Philadelphia 76ers, and now a home victory against the New York Knicks. So let's discuss that. That game, and we'll discuss it a little bit closer, look at that game a little bit closer as the most recent game. A few things I'd like to point out that I saw in Friday night's game that we've been seeing as of late. And to start things off, everyone, balance. The word balance comes to mind. It happened again on Friday against the Knicks. It's been the case all year. Certain guys maybe not having their typical game, others step up. We had 7 players score in double figures Friday night. Who would have thought 4 of the 7 actually would come off the bench and score in double figures? It's been a total team effort. Every now and then we'll get a big game by Jimmy Butler, or Bam will have a huge game, or maybe someone else will step up, which has also been the case. But for the most part, this is a balanced attack. A lot of 12, 14, 16-point efforts, 4, 5, 6 rebounds, like that, we're just 4 or 5 assists, The wealth is being spread out very nicely. And this is coming at the hands of some injuries, which we have suffered as of late, as we know. One of those 2 players, though, however, coming back, which we'll discuss in a moment, on Friday night in the 129-115 victory against the New York Knicks. So balance has been a key. Wanted to start off this evening's video showing my appreciation for the fact that the Miami Heat just aren't winning games because 1 or 2 guys are hot or 1 or 2 guys are playing great. This is most certainly a balanced effort. Item number 2. Now, with every injury, or in our case, injuries, which we never really want to see, in any sport, in any team sport that is, it will open up opportunities for others. Every now and then, we see someone really take advantage of that opportunity and showcase their talents, their abilities, their hustle, the whole package deal. And that's what we've seen in Mr. Derrick Jones Jr., put DJ to for short for Derrick Jones Jr., and he has played outstanding. Mainly, for starters, he was the defensive spark that we needed, the defensive guy that we really needed when the defense wasn't playing quite as well back a few weeks ago, and he has provided that. Now we're seeing additional contributions made from Derrick Jones Jr. with offensive production, as we saw Friday night with 14 points off the bench, which is very important, 7 rebounds. You see his minutes going up, and this was even with Goran Dragic coming back into the lineup on Friday. So it seems to me the coaching staff is committed to making sure that Derrick Jones Jr. is definitely part of this rotation, and I think that's a great idea. Of course, even when Justice Winslow comes back, that will make it a little bit more interesting. But I tell you what, I mean, if the Heat's big problem is where are we going to get, how are we going to disperse all these minutes within a game as far as playing time goes, I'll say this, that's a good problem to have. If you're going to have a problem as an NBA coaching staff, that problem, in my humble opinion, is where are we gonna play everyone? How are we going to get enough minutes for this player, for that player? So as far as depth goes, this is a deep Miami Heat team. They've showed it time and time again. And now with the emergence of Derrick Jones Jr., this team actually is even deeper. Okay, so I am very excited as a fan to see that. Leading me to item number 3, the bench now has gotten stronger with Goran Dragic returning Friday night, and he did make an impact with 18 points and 8 assists. He was one of 4 players off the bench, scoring in double figures. It doesn't take a basketball genius, which I don't claim to be, but even if I did claim to be, it doesn't take that person to figure out that the Miami Heat are a better team with a healthy Goran Dragic. Without question, the Heat are a better team, and Dragic he offers us a lot. Scoring punch, veteran leadership. We're already strong in the backcourt. I mean, we got 4 good guards that are playing on our roster. And Kendrick Nunn, of course, Jimmy Butler, Tyler Herro. Now Dragic's back in the mix. It's going to be tough to defeat us, I think, moving forward. I mean, I wouldn't say we're a top 2 or 3 team in the NBA, but we're probably, I mean, right now, should the Heat stay healthy, they're somewhere in that second category of maybe 5 or 6, 7 teams right behind the elites. So this is developing into a very good story for the Miami Heat. Now, to discuss a little bit more of Friday's game, let's just go into that a little bit more specifically as far as the Heat go. They really put the Knicks away in the first half. They were up 70-47. They were up by 23 points at halftime. All kinds of offense. This would turn into, once again, a very balanced scoring attack. A lot of players getting into the action. Bam Adebayo with 20 points leading the way and 8 rebounds. Duncan Robinson. And we see those outbursts of 3-pointers from this guy. This guy's becoming one of the top, I mean, if not the top or top 3 or what have you. I'm really not quite ready to put a number on it, but certainly one of the bigger 3-point threats in the NBA, scoring 18 points all from 3. I mean, we've been starting him. I say continue to start him. Why not? I mean, he goes 6 of 10 from the field. All his field goal attempts were 3-pointers. He hit 6 threes. That's the right way to score 18 points, right? You're going to score 18 points, might as well just hit 6 threes, right? No problem. Anyone could do that. All right, but that I'm just kidding, of course. But that was a great effort by Duncan Robinson. I mean, nice production. Kendrick Nunn, 15 points, 3 assists. Kendrick still scoring in that 15 to 18 range with the occasional outburst of points that we see. Having a sensational rookie season is Kendrick Nunn. Jimmy Butler, this wasn't a higher scoring game for Jimmy Butler, but again, what causes me to appreciate Jimmy Butler as a player is when the shot isn't falling. This is a very intelligent player. Without question, he helps in other ways. He had 9 points, which is about a little over 11 points under his average. I mean, he leads the Heat with scoring a little bit over 20 points a game. So he would finish with 9 points, but then he contributes 5 rebounds, 8 assists. There's always the defense with Jimmy Butler, which is very good. The energy, I mean, the guy helps in so many ways. Heat are such a different team this year. With a Jimmy Butler on the roster. I mean, he is playing outstanding. Myers Leonard, And he got over 20 minutes. Let's hear it. Myers Leonard got over 20 minutes. I'm seeing he's getting a little bit more time as of late. Never a big scorer. I mean, he did have that scoring outburst a few games ago, but he would have 7 points, 13 rebounds. That is huge. And I tell you, even if we can get Myers right around the 20 minute per game mark, it's going to tremendously help the Miami Heat. The bench, as I stated, was outstanding, with Dragic leading the way, 18 points, 8 assists, and Derrick Jones Jr. with his 14-7 rebounds. Tyler Herro, 12 points off the bench. Kelly Olynk, 10 points and 10 boards off the bench. Even Chris Silva, who only played 12 minutes, but I mean, in 12 minutes, the guy produced. He had 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. I mean, that's a nice way to go. With only 12 minutes played, he's clearly producing. So everyone seemed to get in on the act for the Miami Heat, which really is nothing new for the 2019, soon-to-be 2020 season. Of course, we talk basketball. It's always because they always start at the end of a year and continue their season at the beginning of the new year. So for this 2019-2020 version of the Miami Heat, I mean, again, balanced scoring, all kinds of production, most of the players getting in on the act, meaning in my definition of that is they're contributing. You know, you look at the statistics, not just in statistics, I mean defensively as well. This was great to see. So 7 players in double figures leading the way, again, in a 129-115 defeat of the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, they were led by Bobby Portis off the bench with 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals. Marcus Morris Sr. would have 15 points. Julius Randle, 13 points, 8 rebounds. Kevin Knox would have 10 points for the New York Knicks. The Knicks did outscore the Heat 40-31 in the fourth quarter. But I mean, as I watched the beginning of the fourth quarter, Heat were up by like 20-22. So sorry, Knicks fans. The game, the game. I mean, I know that the Knicks are obviously rebuilding with the roster, and they have some young talent. I give them credit, but sorry, Knicks fans. The score really wasn't quite. It made the game seem a little closer. I mean, Heat still won by 14, but it made it seem a little closer than the game actually was. Heat were up 22 points early in the fourth. Then there was a lot of running as far as fast breaking, and the second team was in. It appeared for both teams for the most part. So credit to the Knicks. They would make it a more respectable score in the fourth quarter, but nonetheless, another victory for the Heat. Couldn't be happier again as a Heat fan. So that's really how it's going to stand here as we head into next week. Heat are off this weekend, and they don't play next until Monday. Couldn't be happier, guys. Couldn't be happier. Through 29 games, just couldn't be happier. I would say also Coach Spoelstra, item number 4, doing a tremendous job. The one thing I'm really liking about Coach Spoelstra this season, his in-game coaching is fantastic. You notice we're winning a lot of close games. He's getting the right lineups out on that court, especially in games, not the Knicks game, but others. We're down 6-8 points, fourth quarter. Spoelstra very good at getting the right mix of players in there to help us come back when needed. Or to help us maintain a lead. He's doing a great job this year. He really is. Last but not least, guys, looking ahead, the next 3 games for the Miami Heat are all going to be home games. We play next at home on Monday night, the 23rd, against the Utah Jazz. All 3 of these home games against good teams, good, solid teams. So we got Utah Jazz Monday the 23rd. Then we're off 3 days for Christmas, 24th, 25th, 26th. Next game being Thursday the 20th. Make that Friday, because we're off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday the 27th against the Indiana Pacers. Saturday the 28th at home against Philadelphia 76ers. So in the next week, just to recap, those are 3 home games. Utah Jazz, Indiana Pacers, Philadelphia 76ers, all good teams. I say a nice little goal for us to win 2 out of those 3 would be outstanding. To take those games, those next 2 out of 3, as a nice way to end this 4-game homestand. So everyone, I do appreciate you watching Sports Snippets once again. This is Dennis Sullivan saying, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content of this particular video, and I will see you. Yes, you next time. Keep watching the Miami Heat. And let's go, guys. Let's see if we can get a top 4 seed. I mean, we're not going to get one, I'm pretty sure. Milwaukee Bucks are super this year. But let's see if we can get a top 4 seed. Why not? Until next time, Dennis Sullivan Sports Snippets. Have a great evening.